We are about to embark upon a series of strange and exciting, dangerous adventures. Adventures that will lead us to all parts of the world.
Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we are looking at Batman 225. This is from the original series from DC Comics, and there's two stories in here. The main story, Hunted for Murder 1, The Batman. And this story is by Denny O'Neil, art by Irv Novick, with inks by Dick Giordano, and edited by Julius Schwartz. The backup story, Shutdown on York Street, was written by Mike Friedrich, pencils by Irv Novick, and inks by Mike Esposito. So in the main story, Batman is framed for a murder of a famous television personality named Jonah Jory. Jonah has lots of secrets. He wears false teeth, he wears a wig, he pads the shoulders on his suit, and when he is murdered in the gym through a locked door, security guard busts in only to see the Batman on top of a building. And then we learn from the public works department guy named Reeves that there's a story going around that Batman tried to buy a gun at a pawn shop. Well, Batman has to go undercover as a reporter named Hadley to get information from the blotter. It's a risky move considering everyone's hunting Batman now. Batman goes after this guy Squeaky, who's a small-time hood that was in the area and saw the Batman, and that leads him to another guy who was involved in this as well, and we learn exactly how Batman was set up. Unfortunately, the cops are closing in just as Batman gets to where he can explain exactly what happened. And it really comes down to the fact that the police were really eager to pin this on Batman and not actually look around, because if they had done any amount of searching, they would have found the gun. But the way the man was killed was pretty interesting and a bit silly at the same time. This book is from 1970, so it's allowed to be a little bit ludicrous because it was aimed at like middle schoolers and it doesn't have to make a whole lot of sense. Shutdown on York Street finds some kids drag racing and one gets mad at another one and there's a horrible accident, but was the kid involved or was he set up? And now he's roped into helping some bad guys and he has to try and signal for help, and Batman is there to kind of bail the kid out. He's still going down for manslaughter, but at least he probably won't go down for straight up murder. Overall, this was actually a pretty fun book. I like the cover image. It doesn't have an attribution on there, but it is really well done. I thought it was fun. The way the story plays out is definitely aimed at a younger audience who are going to be a slightly more gullible crowd because it really is pretty unlikely to have actually worked in real life. So if you're just looking for a fun story with Batman in it, this is pretty good. Unfortunately, this issue does tend to go for a lot of money and even fine condition, and it hasn't been reprinted as far as I can tell, but if you're a diehard, you could probably find this for about $40 or get a really beat up copy like mine out of a discount bin somewhere and read it that way. But I would recommend it. I thought it was a lot of fun and it's better written than most of the Batman stuff right now from DC. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. If you'd like to help the channel out in other ways, links are in the description to various support methods. And as always, we hope to see you on the next one.